Hello and welcome to Moments. Now, I have actually played another game in this series, which happened to be a sequel to this game, which was called Menage a Trois. I played it while I was going through all the games in the Palestinian Itch.io bundle, so if you guys want to check out that video before this one, I'll leave a link in the description below to check it out. But I really liked that game, so I wanted to try out a couple more of the games in this series, so yeah, let's start the game. Walking home, Sol realizes he left his homework at school. It was the 5th time that year, and he almost kept walking. But there was a math test next week, and if he failed again, his parents were sending him to after-school lessons. So, turning around, Sol begins to walk back to St. Smith's Academy. St. Smith's Academy, whose acronym made a rude word if you said it backwards, was a private school, a nice private school, where rich people send their kids. Okay, I tried to figure out what the acronym is, but I don't know, other than the word shit. But anyway, moving on. Sol was there because his parents owned Fitzroy Foods. Tomato soup ruled the canned food aisles. But being a tomato soup heir wasn't that great. Didn't let Sol get away with forgetting his homework, nor did it make him fun to be around. Sol was the kid who sat in the back of the class, silent until he was called on. One who barely passed, and even that was because his parents threw money at the school. 16 years into his life, and Sol hadn't lived, laughed, and loved yet. And he definitely wasn't going to live, laugh, love today. One of him was Chet Chester, who sat in the front row and made any funny jokes no one laughed at. His hand was in the teacher's desk like a kid who had been caught stealing from the cookie jar. Well, this was awkward. Don't mind me. I just want to get my maths homework. Okay. Without a second glance, Chet went back to snooping. Sol stood there and felt immensely uncomfortable. Swallowed, made a silent prayer to no one in particular, and walked over to his desk. Then got his homework. When he looked back, Chet was still standing there, staring right at him. Now he had something in his hand. Sol tried not to look at it. So, that's your homework. Yeah? Cool. These are my test answers. Sol had the sudden urge to run. Chet wasn't supposed to be scary, except he sort of was. So what if he had brown cheeks and bright eyes? Chet was button-wronged and his tie was poorly done. The shorts he was wearing was against dress code. The smile he was giving him was sharp enough to cut. No matter how messy cute Chet looked, cuteness was a lie. So began inching his way towards the door. Well, I'm going to leave now. Hey, wait, come back here. Don't you want to buy? Not really. A grin, Chet walked up to Sol, stepping forward every time Sol stepped back. By the time Sol was back at the wall, their faces were inches apart. Chet beamed and shook the test answers in his face. These are the real deal, you know. So let me take them myself. Plus, I've seen your grades and you definitely need this. Are you always in the bottom of the class? Just because their school did grade rankings didn't mean Chet had to throw it in his face. Sol bristled, turning away so Chet didn't have to see just how annoyed he was. Huh? None of your business. That's what he was trying to say. Fine, I wasn't doing anything. Didn't see me today. But this was what it was about. Chet was worried Sol was going to snitch on him, so he was trying to make him into an accomplice. Because if Sol brought any answers, he'd get in trouble too. It was smart but also stupid, because Sol had no intention of telling him on him in either way. Sol didn't like trouble. Didn't go around looking for fights, knowing he was definitely going to lose. It's okay. I came to get my maths homework. So you, looking for something. In your own desk. And that's none of my business. I'm just here for my maths homework, which I now have. So, to his surprise, Chet shifted his feet, walking his way again. Problem was solved, right? Sol wasn't going to snitch on him, so why wouldn't Chet let him leave? You know, Sol, you're a really nice guy. Can't believe I didn't know before. Give you the answers for free, actually, because I'm nice to you. But I thought, oh, this isn't about keeping you quiet or anything like that. I just want to help. For some reason, helpful Chet made Sol even more nervous than evil Chet. From the goodness of his heart, horrible things could happen. But the third time, Sol tries to get around Chet. It's okay. I don't need help. I could tutor you. But you're stealing test answers. Yeah, but I'm still pretty smart. No thanks. Chet beamed up at him, Sol realized he was having fun. Too much fun. Being messed with right now, wasn't he? Stop being annoying. Sorry, that sort of just slipped out. Oh. I'm not annoying. For some reason, Chet looked sort of hurt. His wayward menace of a classmate was pouting because someone called him annoying. Sol was never going to understand anything, ever. Yeah, goodbye. Hey, before you leave, gonna see my game on Friday? He ended up at the game on Friday. Not that he wanted to, because Sol would have been happy with never seeing Chet again. He was fine with avoiding him for the rest of his life. But when your parents owned the fourth largest suit company in the nation, you had to have a public face. Soccer wasn't just soccer. It was showing his school spirit, supporting the community, and most importantly, made for great PR. So there was Sol watching a soccer game like all the other kids his age. This was going to end up in the company newsletter next month. He just knew it. This Chet was having more fun than he was. He was playing like a demon, making what was supposed to be a soccer game into pure chaos. Yep, that definitely sounds like the Chet we know. He had the ball. In fact, the ball had been his ever since the game began. Every time someone tried to steal it, he cackled and kicked them in the shins. Don't even try. Teammates had long given up, most of them retreating to the corner. The other team was equally miserable, some already sporting bruises. Looked pleading at the referee for help, but even he was averting his eyes. That wasn't in the rulebook. Sol was terrified, but also couldn't look away. It was an absolute farce of a game, but it was also the first game he found interesting in his life. These were the classmates who asked him for money when they had more than enough themselves. Now they were getting kicked by a boy whose shoelaces weren't even tied. He is feral. That's one way of putting it. As horrible as Chet was being, there was something magnetic about his every move. He was undeniably good, even if there were no limits to how he terrorized the field. Hey, watch where you're going. Oh, he's down. That had to be accidentally on purpose. Chet cackled and kept going. Another goal. Effortlessly or perhaps because of his ruthless efforts, Chet scored again and again. No one was even tracking his goals anymore, but he kept going until time ran out. As the referee announced his victory, Anthony's eyes was chilling. Chet wiped the sweat off his face with his shirt, so I had to look away. His face was warm, but what could he say? It must have been the sun. Chet looked over, saw him staring and smiled. Soon after that, Sol left the game. Very quietly, without a word to anyone, because he knew he wouldn't be missed. Chet must have smiled up at him, but he was still just one face in the crowd. But there was no post-game celebration for him. Instead, Sol found himself staring at the sunset through the chain link fence. His parents worked late enough that he'd been standing there for a while, but that was fine. Sol didn't want to go home yet. It was nice, quite lonely, he might even say, but he wouldn't say that. This was as good a way to pass the time as any. And then Chet came, springing out from behind with a grin. Sol was a little surprised. He was also a little happy. Hey. Hi. So, nice game, right? I guess. It was better than I expected. Really? What did you expect? Nothing. Huh. Well, I'm glad you came anyway. I usually go. Don't like soccer though. Yeah? Chet tilted his head, giving Sol an expectant look, waiting for him to elaborate. Not that there was much to say other than my parents made me. Really, the bigger question was why Chet was here right now. I don't like soccer, but my parents make me. For the school spirit. Looks good in the newspaper. Gee, must be hard. My parents don't own a suit company. They just do boring stuff like work. I never actually asked. I see. At least no one's calling me Soup Boy. I'll start calling you Balls. Well, I'm sure we'll be seeing your balls later. That's awful. Awful and awkward, because then they're both standing there, not saying anything. So I wish he was a better conversationalist, or at least capable of coming up with words. And I definitely fucking feel that. Why are you here? Somehow that was worse than not saying anything at all. I mean, don't you have to go home? It's getting late. Well, don't you? My parents are at work. Right, well, I told my home I'd be late for soccer. Didn't say how late. A bit of jealousy washed over his soul, and he couldn't hide the bitterness in his face. Running a tomato soup empire was tough. Sol knew that, and yet it still stung. Parents had chosen the soup over the child. It's okay, I'll hang out with you until then. You can play soccer. No thanks, I don't run. And you don't need to stay. I think you're pretty good company though. Came to my game, didn't you? Got you staring at me. That was a surprise. Sol didn't realize that Chet had noticed. Thought he wouldn't. Not when he was just one face amongst many. Then again, when he looked at Chet, his face illuminated in orange. Sol knew he'd noticed Chet in a crowd too. You look like you were having fun when you play. I do. I think I have fun with you too. Say some pretty funny things. Really? Sure. Why don't we be friends? So I'd never heard anyone say that before. There wasn't much going for him. He wasn't good at school, wasn't good at sports, and spent his time waiting for his parents to pick him up. For a while now, Sol had felt empty, a cold shell of a person. Not like Chet at all, with the sparkled light that made his eyes shine. And yet, Chet wanted to know him. He was afraid Chet would regret it, or if he was boring, tiring, or flat out unlikable. But Chet didn't seem to worry about any of that. When he looked at Sol, cocked his head and smiled so warmly, it was like they were the only person in the world. And that was a lot overwhelming enough that Sol felt his cheeks get warm. It was still cold, but the heat of his face felt like rebellion. Then Chet extended a hand, waiting for him to take it. There's no way Sol wouldn't. Wrinkling the sleeve of his perfectly ironed uniform, he shook. Just once, but that was enough. Friendship smelled like cigarette smoke. That was what Sol thought as he stood behind the school, Chet blubbering next to him. For some reason, Chet had decided this was what they were going to do at lunch. I didn't know you were a smoker. Oh, I'm not. But I found a pack on my way to school and thought we could try. Figured we should start with the worst and our friendship will be smooth sailing from then on. And if you say so. Here you go. How unhinged. Then again, Chet did steal test answers and kick people in the shins, so maybe this made sense after all. Yeah, you're kinda right on that. Sol was going to become an enabler at this rate. Okay, let's set it on fire. How do I use this? Oh, I got it. See, Sol, lighter's working now. Chet beams up at him. Sol knew he was doomed. You're definitely going to become an enabler. Actually, give me that. I don't want you smoking. Bad for you, so I'll do it instead. Chet looked at the cigarette, then at Sol. Then the cigarette again. Then his shoulder slumped against the wall. Maybe this was a bad idea. Yeah, you think? Smoking is never a good idea. And exactly what I just said. Chet shrugged and let the cigarette drop from his fingers. Then he dug his heel into the pavement, making sure Sol could see every grind of it. I would make an inappropriate joke there, but I'm not. Yeah, I guess. Sorry, Sol. Thought it'd be cool. Like I kinda wanted to impress you. Oh, look at him blushing. But, you have other ways that you can make yourself look cool without making yourself get lung cancer. Really don't need to. I know that now. Now that he thought about it, maybe Chet didn't have many friends either. Sol wasn't there, would he be at the back of the school by himself, coughing on cigarette smoke? Suddenly Sol understood him a bit more. You know, we can just talk. Huh? Like, about what? I don't know, whatever you want. You like soccer, right? Tell me about soccer. So I kicked the ball into his face and there was a crunch. But when I ran over, his nose was fine. It was actually a rap on the ground. A really loud one. I see. That's frightening. I know, right? Anyways, lunch is nearly over, so I guess I'll shut up. Are you ready for the math test? What math test? Maybe you should take the chat sheet. Of course you're still doing the bad jokes. That's a cheat sheet. But by me. Yeah, we got that. I think we gathered that. No, I'm fine. I just didn't know it was today. Sol felt like an absolute moron. How could he have forgotten an entire test? Now with Chet offering him the answers, he couldn't say yes. All the fuss he'd put up the first time around, Sol couldn't just take them. Even if that meant failing. No, seriously, it's not like failing's gonna help you either. Mind your integrity, but I also feel bad for you. You sure you don't want no. Don't want to get in trouble. Fair, I guess. How about this? It's multiple choice, so I can probably do hand gestures and stuff. I'll tap my pencil for the question number, then jiggle my leg 1, 2, 3, 4 times for A, B, C, D. Don't have to look over if you don't want, but I'll still do it. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Chet. So I hoped he wouldn't need the answers. Deep down, he knew that he would. Okay, everyone, clear your desks. Got your pencils, it's time to take the test. Hope you studied because this one's brutal. Do Teacher sounded way too happy about that. Yeah, some teachers get a little too excited about tests and whatnot, just being overall jerks. Sometimes wonder why some people even want to become teachers when they end up treating students like shit anyway, and claim about how much they hate children. Anyway, kinda got off topic. Sol sighed, got out his pencil and prepared himself for an hour of pain. Linear functions more like linear dysfunctions. Man, just school is an entire dysfunctional place. The more he stared at the questions, the more incomprehensible they became. Numbers swam in his vision, adding and subtracting and multiplying. Sol didn't even know where to start. I had to graph this, or it is a quadratic equation. Sol looked to the left. Kid beside him looked overjoyed to be taking the test. Looked to the right. His seatmate was writing furiously. There was no doubt about it. Sol was hopeless and lost. He's going to hand in a blank sheet and fail. Hey, this isn't too bad. Quiet, Chester. Sorry. That's right. Chet had said something earlier. Yeah, so about the multiple choice thing. Sol raised his head and stared at him. Quietly so no one would notice, Chet was tapping his pencil. Question 4. Answer was A. No guilty, Sol bubbled it in. First time in his test-taking career, Sol allowed himself to have hope. Before the chess movements, maybe he could actually pass. All he had to do was watch him carefully. Easy, right? Eyes on your own paper, Sol. Front of the room can't be that interesting. I wasn't looking at anything. Oh no. Because Sol had been staring at him for so long, the teacher was walking towards Chet. Eyes narrowed in suspicion. It would only be a second before he noticed the gestures, and a second more before he realized they were on purpose. Chet was going to get caught. Sol had to do something. Excuse me. There a problem, Sol? Yes, there is. My head hurts. Really? Now? Go to the nurse after you finish your test. No, I really need to go now. It's bad. Really bad. Really bad. Ow. I see. I feel faint. Think I'm going to pass out? He had no idea what he was doing, but at least no one was looking at Chet anymore. Instead, the entire class was looking at him. This was terrifying. Sol could feel his head beginning to hurt. Numbers are making me sick. All the acting skills he had, Sol closed his eyes, wound and fell down. Ow. That head actually hurt. Alright, taking you to the nurse. Rest of you, wait here and don't move a muscle. Thanks. What was that? Did you really pass out from seeing numbers? Of course not. Really wasn't the numbers. It was, teacher noticed you moving. Huh? Like the pencil tapping and stuff? Yeah, I thought you were going to get caught. Ah, nuts. Well, thank you, Sol. It's too bad that the test got cancelled. Now they had to take a makeup, which meant Chet's test answers were useless. As Chet smiled gratefully at him, Sol thought it was a good thing he acted. Not going to do the swoon faint pass out thing on the makeup, are you? No. Anyways, I'll lend you my notes. Chet's notes were messy, scrawled to the point of being almost illegible. But they had everything Sol needed to know, which meant he could pull an all-nighter, cramming as much as he could into his brain. Somehow or other, I passed. Really? That's great! What did you get? 51. That's better than a 50. Sure is. Nice job, Sol. Yeah. Thank you, Chet. Huh? I didn't really do anything, though. You gave me your notes. Figuring out your handwriting was a surprisingly good study method. I'm really grateful. Well, I'm glad it helped. I'll give you my notes again next time there's a test. Whatever you need. But now, let's celebrate. I'm going to buy a cupcake. I like the vanilla ones. Okay. Chet runs off so quickly that he almost tripped over his feet. Oh, he's so adorable. So I watched him go and wondered if he was alright. And again, maybe he was really excited about the cupcakes. So I could understand that. It's nice to know he passed, and even nicer that it was going to taste like frosting and sprinkles. Looking down at his hands, Sol smiled to himself. Oh right, these guys. I completely forgot that these guys existed. And again, maybe it was been too early to celebrate. With a smiley grin, the boy plopped himself onto Chet's seat and leaned forward. Hey, sick boy. Hi. Heard you did well on the test. Oh, good by your standards. Most people would be happy with a 51, but I guess you can't afford to be picky, huh? Speaking of afford, told you what this was about. Grade 9, he had given his lunch money to a boy who asked nicely. Now he never stopped asking. Name was Billy and was, well, a bully. Sol knew for a fact that he was well off. His parents owned a phone company, so there was no reason to ask for money other than to take things from others. Must feel like celebrating. So why not treat your bestest buddy in the world? I'd like to get a cupcake. So, you want my lunch money? What's your lunch money? So Simon raced into his wallet. Because of him, he had to take into bringing more than he should. Sometimes even 100 more. Parents probably thought he was a terrible spender, but they let him take the money, so what did it matter? Reached out his hand, about to contribute to Billy's cupcake fund, and then stopped. No. So stupid. Best thing to do was give him the money, then he'd laugh at him and leave. And Sol would be safe for the rest of the period. That was what always happened. But Sol thought about Chet, whether this was the scene he wanted to come back to. Chet would say no. Chet wouldn't even think about saying yes. Chet would be disappointed if Sol said yes. So Sol clenched his fist and said again, no. Buy your own lunch. No way. Come on, Sol. Bad day today or something? You know what? I'll just take his. That's Chet's. Oh, he's not around to eat it, is he? Here, lunch money. Oh, held out his hand in a flash. The bills disappeared into Billy's pocket. Thanks, I owe you one. A grin and a wave, he was gone. Sol tried not to think about it. Went back to eating his lunch and found that everything tasted worse. That was the moment Chet came back. What was that supposed to be? The look of someone holding himself back, Chet threw himself in the chair across from Sol. Here, your cupcake. Why was he giving him money? He was going to take your lunch. It doesn't matter. You should have said no. It's fine. Still have enough. It's only $20. It's not the point. You can't just put up with that. You should have let him take my lunch. That would have kicked him. Yeah, sorry. Damn it, Sol. She'll be the one that's sorry. Come on, let's go. Sol thought they were going to confront the boy then and there. Instead, Chet dragged him behind the school and made him put his arms up. Standing there, Sol stared at him in confusion. What are we doing? Teaching you how to fight. What? I can't fight. Chet could pick fights and win, but Sol wasn't like him. It was easy to do what people wanted, so no one got mad. Then they'd leave and Sol would go on with his life. He frowned, lowering his arms. It's okay, Chet, really. I can afford to lose a couple of dollars. My God, Sol, are you hearing yourself? Fine. At least let me teach you how to punch. I don't know. Come on, Sol, you'll be fine. Fun. Yeah, it'll be fun. Always wanted to teach someone fighting moves like those old guys on TV. It's hard to tell if that was true. Either Chet really wanted to teach someone how to fight, or he was saying it so Sol wouldn't feel bad asking for help. Sol sighed. There's no way he would say no, was there? Okay, epic. Should find a block of wood so you can chop it in half. No. Oh, you want something stronger? A brick? No. Don't like pain. No fun. Yeah, that's me. Well, go on, make a fist. Sol did. He made a fist, clumsily folding his fingers over each other. Looked at Chet for approval. Right now, he didn't feel like an MMA prize fighter. He felt like a goofy high schooler. Nope. That's not how you make a fist. Break your fingers like that. Here, let me fix it. Chet grasped his hand, rearranging his fingers in a way that was surprisingly gentle. When he let go, Sol realized he suddenly felt stronger. See, this is how you do it. One goes on the outside. I see. You can let go of my hand now. Oh. Sorry. Chet let go and grinned sheepishly, rubbing the back of his neck. For a moment, it was like they were holding hands. Sort of. If Chet's palms over his fist counted. Made Sol feel kinda fluttery inside. Chet's skin had been really warm. Neither truly believes Sol could start a fight, much less win, but falling around like this made him feel better. Well, go on. Throw your arm out. Punch something. Just like that? Yeah, just twist your hip and swing. I don't know. Never tried before. Gonna do it wrong. Maybe you could show me how? Yeah, sure. I guess I could. Chet moved behind him, one hand on his waist, the other pulling his arm forward. He was close. Closer than Sol expected, and closer than he needed to be. Probably. Sol felt his face going red. I was glad Chet couldn't see. Forget about punching properly. If I started right now, Sol would just lie down and pass out. Is this good? Yeah, that's great. Just shift your weight when you step out. Like this. Okay. His fist swung through the air. Surprising Sol with how powerful it felt. The right technique, maybe anyone could fight. Not that he was going to. The moment he finished, Chet stepped back, putting more distance between them than he needed to. So, did I do well? Yeah, you did great. Cool, now I know how to punch. I think. I know, right? This is your first step to becoming a super epic badass fighter. Well, for the rest, maybe you could get someone else to teach you. Kinda bad for my heart. Huh? Nothing. I don't know. I'd rather you teach me. So, what about kicking? You could tell me how to do that next. No, your legs are too long. Look, it's fine. All you had to do is aim for the face. But also, you won't need to. Because that guy won't bother you anymore. Got a feeling about it. Like capital F, just like the swear word. Of course. True to his words, Sol was Lunchtine's were peaceful from then on. Wasn't sure what happened, just that the boy didn't bother him again. Instead, Chet started eating with him. Sol half wondered if Chet had done something, like fought him. There was another game when he found out. Ha! That's another point, ref. Chet won, the rest of you none. Soccer was fun now that Sol was watching Chet. There he was, flailing his lemons widely on the field, kicking and shouting as he scored. It was so cool. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Wait, you're... Someone opened Sol from behind and a guy was bursting onto the field. There you are. Payback time. What the? Ow. Sol watched in horror as he started his swing. He's blue aiming for a different side of Chet's head. Stop that. I'm gonna start biting. Oh yeah, I forgot that you love biting people. Guessing this is where it started. Chet was fighting back. Ow. You bit me. Biting back? It was admirable how quickly he resorted to fighting dirty. Sol stood there, frozen in place, heart hammering in his chest. So the two boys scrabbling on the field, trying to beat each other into the ground. It was not a fight, terrifying one. People were getting hurt. There was pain involved. Sol got up from his seat. Hey, you know what? You're pretty good out there. They sat in the nurse's office, Sol bruised and unsmiling. Chet with a black eye and a grin. Sol looked at Chet and sighed. He was way too cheerful for someone who just got jumped. What was that? What do you mean? Billy. He attacked you in the middle of the game. Yeah, I guess he did. We put up a good fight though. But why did he do it? Wasn't because of me, was it? What do you mean? I mean, there was a lunch money thing? Did you say something to him? Yeah, with my fist. I guess he was a bit mad after that. Oh well, I did hit him pretty hard. I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing? You shouldn't have been taking your money in the first place. But now you're hurt. Isn't that the human condition, really? Cheer up, Sol. Doesn't hurt that bad. In fact, your face looks worse, so go get an ice pack. Fridge is right there. Sol did. Got the ice pack, then got another one for Chet. Sat down with his head in his hands. Chet was sitting there, swinging his legs merrily with an ice pack over half his face. Sol felt bad. You didn't have to do it. Worth it though. You're my friend, Sol. I don't know why you're so upset. People like doing nice things for each other. I guess. Jumped in to help me, didn't you? Yeah. I was surprised to hear Chet had stood up for him, but when Sol thought about it, he'd done the same too. Maybe that was just how it worked. I used your punching lessons. I know, I saw. I was really good. Well, it was really good, actually. I'm glad. Hurt, though. Hell yeah. It was a fight, so what do you expect? Don't know. I've never been in a fight before. Yeah, I know. Thanks for jumping in. For some reason, Sol's chest felt tight. Shifted slightly. The ice pack caught against his cheek. You're welcome. As long as you weren't the one who hit me in the face. Pretty sure that wasn't me. Yep, totally the other guy, that bastard. Actually, I saw it seeing freckles before he saw stars, so he had a feeling the other guy, bastard that he was, didn't do it. Not that he was gonna tell Chet. Did get it hard to aim in a crowd of 3 people. Yeah. Frick him. Right? Next time I'll pay him back twice as hard. Hey, you mind if I swear? Not really. Cool. With that, Chet launched into a string of words some scene that could not be written. They're bleeping it out. Bleep, bleep, bleep that guy, bleep his, and bleep that, and bleep all that. Fucker. That's funny, Chet. Well, duh. Look, Sol, I do love you, just so you know. Chet paused, falling into a contemplative silence. When he spoke again, there was something new in his voice. You know, I was actually kind of rough before you jumped in. But you did it anyways, even though you don't like fighting. It takes guts. For the math test too, you just did it. It saved me, I mean. It's really nice. You're really nice. Being around you makes me something helpless about his words. Small, tight, and unsure. When he looked up at Sol, Chet's mouth was set in a hard line. I think I might like you. We should go out. Suddenly, the room felt far too warm. Even the ice pack on Sol's face wasn't cold enough. Not with how his cheeks felt like they were burning up. But you're the one who's always doing things for me. They were friends. Sol thought they were friends. And it was scary to think about them not being friends. Sol liked being around Chet. Liked talking to him and seeing him happy. But what that meant if they're dating, he didn't know. Couples were different. They did things like hold hands and kiss. It made Sol break out into a cold sweat when he thought about it. Tried to imagine going on a date with Chet. Cute little walk in the park. They get ice cream and hold hands. Maybe stare longingly into each other's eyes. Then Chet would smile and lean into him, all warm and comfortable. Loop an arm around Sol's waist, holding him in close. All Sol had to do was duck his head down. Chet, It's okay, Sol. Forget it. What? Sol dared a glance over and his stomach dropped. Chet was sitting there shifting uncomfortably, glancing at Sol one moment and looking away the next. Sol had been quiet for so long that it was probably making him think the worst. No wonder he was dead silent. His fist clenched hard enough to hurt. Sol didn't want to turn him down. Just didn't know what to say. He was afraid of saying the wrong thing. Now it was too late. I'm joking, okay? Kidding around. I see weird stuff after getting hit in the head. So I didn't actually mean it. Oh. This was what people did when they were embarrassed. Take it back and pretend it didn't mean anything. But it was also what people did when they were joking and the other person had taken them too seriously. So Sol didn't trust himself to know which was which. But Chet resolutely turned away from him. Someone wanted to tell him that he would have said yes. You're alone today. Seriously? Do you ever think you still had the nerve to approach Sol? Maybe on another day you'd be upset about it. Afraid even. Chet wasn't speaking to him, and Sol couldn't care about anything else. Just take my lunch money. Thanks. The leader really stared at the bills in his hand, before recovering quickly, tucking them into his pocket. Which little boyfriend? So he was there to gloat. But he must have thought he scared Chet off with his stunt during the game. Doubt he was feeling proud of himself, vicious glee in ruining someone else's relationship. So narrowed his eyes, feeling something sour rise in his throat. He's not talking to me. Oh, you broke up? We cut that out. It's all your fault. What? You and your stupid idea to attack him in the middle of a soccer game. Was that fun for you? Did you ruin the game for everyone? Your petty little revenge was nothing but... who's pain in the ass? Damn. I'm mad Chet stood up for me. Mad enough that you had to get him back. That's sad. I think deep down you know no one would stand up for you. That's not true. Sol didn't actually know what he was saying, just that he couldn't take it anymore. Years of lost lunch money were coming to the surface, simmering until he reached a boiling point. That meant digging into someone else's securities, then so be it. Well, I mean, this guy definitely deserves it, so... Yes, it is. Just you running alone into the field because you couldn't get anyone else to go with you. At least I have a friend. Words came out in a rush, like that. They were everything Sol ever wanted to say. Everything that had built up over the years was coming out. But it was losing Chet that made him the maddest, really. I hope you're satisfied that he's not talking to me. Thanks. A lot. Yeah, damn it. You had nothing else to say to me than leave. Alright. He's in the sports supply closet. What? Sports supply closet. Next to the gym. Saw him go in. Good as that now. So when anyways. Sports supply closet was on the other side of the school. In a corner you had to go out of your way to find. There was no reason for Chet to go in there in the middle of lunch other than to mope. When he opened the door, he found Chet sitting in the corner, not doing anything, just sitting there. It was the saddest thing Sol had ever seen. What are you doing here? Wait, how did you even know? Not important. Are you okay? I'm great. Now get out. Sitting alone, he glared up at Sol, arms crossed defensively. Sol's heart hurt. Took a step forward, then another. Then Chet got up and sheltered his way past Sol, going for the door. Leave me alone, okay? At least let me... At least let me wallow in self-pity. What? Not letting you do that. I think he threw an arm out. Behind him, the door clicked shut with a distinctive sound of a lock. Chet stopped and looked at Sol like he was the dumbest person in the world. Great going, Sol. Didn't anyone tell you the lock is broken? And looks on the outside, so once again, great going, Sol. Now we're stuck in here. I didn't know. Sorry. Chet didn't look happy about it. So was secretly a little happy. His luck wasn't too bad when it counted. I really want to talk to you, Chet. Never thought you were the talking type, but okay. Go on, talk. Well, you've been avoiding me. No, I haven't. Yes, you have. No. Yes? Then against the wall, Chet twisted his fingers and glared. Sol was suddenly faced with the fact that he didn't know what he was doing. Good thing about being locked in a closet was that he had to try and fix things. Otherwise, being there would be unbearable. I don't like you avoiding me. Shouldn't you? I mean, I basically confessed to you. Is that the bad thing? Kinda. I made it weird. Are you sure you just can't take rejection? What? I said what I said. Didn't mean to say it. Just slipped out. You like me that much? Sol blinked, stared at Chet and blinked again. That was actually kind of cute. Oh god, he was a terrible person for thinking that now. He had to say something else. Chet was spilling his guts and he was just standing there. Why do you even like me? Wait, that was in the list of top 10 things not to say. Chet thought so too. The way he looked at Sol was any indication. Are you serious right now? Kind of? Oh, I don't know. I just do. You're pretty and you have a good personality. Huh? There's a lot to like, okay? Oh. Thank you. No problem. Sol winced, daring a glance at Chet. Really wished he hadn't. Chet's whole body was tense, face turned resolutely away. Chet saw his ears were red, jaw clenched so hard it had to hurt. Sol felt really bad. What? Nothing. There was a lot he could say right now. It's okay, nothing's wrong. Let's pretend this didn't happen. We'll get over it and then we can still be friends. We'll just be like normal. Words wouldn't come out. Whatever they weren't what Sol really wanted to say. Chet liking him made Sol self-conscious in a nervous, whooping, anxiety-inducing sort of way. But it also made him happy. And that was a little bit scary. Okay, don't force yourself. So I took a deep breath, head falling back against the wall, and tried again. But he said you liked me. I didn't mind it. Go back to the scene of them holding hands and eating ice cream. So smiled a little. What's that supposed to mean? Just that. I was okay with it. There was a long pause before Chet spoke again. It was a relief when he did. Are you sure? You're not saying that just to be nice. I'm not. Guess you haven't noticed. I'm kinda mean, actually. Heh. And nice to me, though. So sat there, quiet as Chet laughed nervously. Now it was like he was the one confessing. However Chet reacted didn't matter. That's what Sol told himself as he waited. It can be whatever you want, Sol. Whatever I want? That's a lot of responsibility. I know. That's why I don't want to deal with it. We can still be friends. Oh. But I wouldn't mind being the other thing too. If you want. Really? There was a smile forming on Chet's face, small and hopeful. Not thinking about it, Sol reached over, fingers brushing. Yes, I think it would be nice. Probably. So, do you want to maybe come over tonight? What? Going too far, Sol. I didn't mean it like that. I just thought it'd be nice if we weren't at school. Then we could do other things. Not those things. Oh man, I'm learning a lot about you today. Sorry. They ended up walking to Sol's house after school. Technically, Chet had soccer practice, but he skipped without batting an eyelash. Said they probably enjoyed the break. Sol had to agree. Once he could finally play without getting kicked in the shins. Besides, he'd rather Chet be with him. When they arrived, Sol opened the door, feeling oddly self-conscious. It wasn't like people came over often, so he hoped his house was fine. It wasn't weird to have almost nothing there, right? Come in. Sorry if it smells like tomatoes. It's the soup. It really does. Well, that's okay. I like tomatoes. And at least it's clean. Clean? Yeah. Not that my house is messy or anything. Seriously, stop looking at me like that. Sorry. Just saying, it's kind of like out of a home design book. Oh, so doesn't look lived in. Awkward. For some reason this wasn't what Sol had imagined. There was a lot more silence and a lot less romance. Actually, what had he expected inviting Chet over? Regret was beginning to set in. Felt like such a fool. Do you want to come upstairs? I have games in my room. Sure. You just had to act normal. It couldn't be too hard, right? It was a little hard. Turned out that liking someone and doing something about it were different things. Sol didn't know how to bridge the gap. This shit was pretending nothing was wrong, just like he was. So, what kind of game? Cards, chess, and Monopoly? You can pick. Chet gave him a baffled look and already Sol felt like he was floundering. It wasn't his fault there was nothing better in his room. Really, two-person Monopoly wasn't bad. It's a perfect game for aspiring young capitalists, as they both were. Let's do Monopoly. You can be the dog. Don't you have anything else? I have playing cards and chess. I'll take Monopoly. I win again. You can call me Chet C. Chester. The C stands for capitalism. I'm going to work in finance when I grow up. Wow. You're so smart and good at games, Chet. Thanks. Things got easy after a while. A few rounds of Monopoly and I settled into a familiar rhythm, fooling around like nothing had happened. Only Sol got to see Chet blush bright red whenever you said something nice about him. So, do I get a prize? I think I should get a prize. Sure. What do you want? Well, you know, not much. You pick. Okay. What about soup? God damn it, Sol. A tomato, pumpkin, and cream of mushroom. You take more for your family, too. I don't want the soup. Come on, that's not what I was asking. Then what are you asking? You know. No, I don't know. Are you sure you like me? What? It came out of the blue, but also sort of didn't. Maybe Sol had been trying too hard to keep things normal, sidestep anything that involved feelings. Didn't know what else to do. Entire time, Chet might have been waiting for something more than Monopoly. I do like you. Oh, just you didn't really say anything about it. We just hung out like normal. Sorry. Didn't know what to do. No, it's okay. See, if you said yes because you felt bad for me or something, you don't have to force yourself. That's not it at all. Sol wasn't like Chet. Didn't let his feelings show so easily. Blurred out his thoughts when he couldn't hold them in anymore. It's hard to do what he wanted because there was always a chance it could go wrong. So he kept things deep inside because it was easier that way. But now, could he still do that? When he thought about it, he liked Chet. He really did. Chet was fun and bright and a little bit risky all in one. Sol was with him, he found himself pulled into all sorts of thrilling moments. Some of them were fun, some of them were scary, all of them were new, things he had never experienced before. Things he never would have if it was just him. When I hang out with you, I feel really happy. Thor raised his head, looking at Chet in the eye. He was nervous and maybe he'd always be nervous. But being around Chet made him feel braver, just a little. I like talking to you. I like being around you. I like seeing you smile. I want to be the reason you smile. Oh, sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. You're doing pretty well so far. Thanks. I'm glad. Yeah. Guess I'll continue. When you said we should go out in the nurse's office, remember? Thought about us holding hands and getting ice cream. Wow. I didn't know that. Right? So you didn't have to take it back. Would have said yes. That's not fair. Why are you so good at this? What? You smooth talker? I'm going to swoon, it'll be all your fault. Then I'll catch you in my arms. Surprisingly, this was easier than he thought. The moment he started, it was like the floodgates had opened, and now Sol couldn't hold it back. The affection was nice, actually. It was fun. I think I actually kind of like telling you how much I like you. Oh my god. Oh, these two are so cute together. So opened his arms and waited expectantly. Without a word, Chet fell into him, burying his face into Sol's chest. Face was red to the tips of his ears. It was impossibly adorable. Sol found it cute how he was getting shy now. I can't believe this. You like me so much. I do. I like you. It felt good to say it. Each word made him lighter, filling his heart with warmth. Sol took a deep breath and said it again, just because he could. I like you a lot. I really, really like you. Bright red, Chet grabbed Sol's shirt and hid his face in it. I like you too. This is so bad for my heart. Good. Oh, that was the end. That was so sweet. But yeah, that was a moment. It's definitely a very, very cute moment. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that little read through of that. I quite enjoyed it. But there is a couple more short ones about Chet and Sol that I definitely want to play through, so I look forward to those videos. But yeah, if you guys want to check this out for yourself, link will be down in the description below, and yeah, we'll be moving on to other games.